So here for round for the tournament, pre-registering. Well, pre-registered already. Have to do the deck list and stuff. But my gosh, look at all the tables. I think about 80 people have registered so far for the tournament, and probably more will register today. Last time they had about 125 people. So we just have to submit our deck list, and we're doing this, guys. All right. I'll talk to you when I sit down. Okay, so they have a second area here that's actually pretty cool. It's a totally different gaming area. It has these cool chairs and stuff. So just went over the deck list and everything. And made some last minute changes. And we're going to see how that goes. Can't wait for this. Let's see if we can take home some boxes. Guys, so just want to tell you that pre-registration is I gave me my deck list. And now we're just waiting. There's like a few minutes left until the tournament actually starts. And it's big, guys. It's big. There's a lot of people here. So I look forward to it. We'll see what happens. Let's come up on top, shall we? Okay, guys. We won game one. Oh, this is a horrible angle. All right. Won game one. It was Phantom Knights 2-0. Dragoon put in work the first game. You have to feel bad. But it was Dragoon, and I had Herald Orange Light in my hand. So he had Appaloosa for 3, and he summoned Hulk. Tried to use Hulk's effect. I negated with Dragoon, and he tried to negate Dragoon. Wait, can you negate Dragoon and Appaloosa? I don't think you can. Hold on. Okay, I just got to judge. You can negate Dragoon with Appaloosa, which is weird. I thought you couldn't. But yeah, so he summoned Hulk, I negated, he negated, and then I negated. So it's great. 4-card chain. Game 2, he went first. He had a really good board. It was Phantom Knights, Infernoble, so Infernoble with Phantom Knights, I guess you could say. It was really fun to play. Game 2, he went first, and he summoned Aqua Dolphin twice on me. 2 different times, and destroyed. Okay, so here's my hand. I had Dark Ruler no more, Drytron Nova, Alpha, Zeta, and Dark Magician. He got rid of my Zeta and my Alpha, but had Nova in my hand, and he had. So yeah, he had that, and then he destroyed those 2, and I'm like, you should have destroyed my Dark Magician because my cards work in the graveyard. And that's what I'm thinking. Because if he gets rid of Dark Magician, I can't Red Eyes Fusion. Without Red Eyes Fusion, I can't Dragoon. And Dragoon's a big part of the deck. So he got rid of those 2 instead. And I'm like, okay, cool. Still Red Eyes Fusion. Then my turn comes, and I draw the Drytron Ritual Monster. So the big 4, they're both 4K. But the one that lets you attack all monster opponent controls. That one, Collector Rare, put into work. So I use Nova. And he Ash Blossomed me. He thinks my turn's over. But because I drew the Draco mids, I was able to completely go off. I had Utopic Future, Dragoon, and I summoned him because he had the Phoenix Gearfried with 2 cards equipped, so it can't be destroyed by card effect, and you can't target it. And his monster effect, he can negate a monster effect. But because I had Dark Ruler, then it was good. I was able to get rid of his whole field, but I couldn't do any damage with Dragoon or attacking because I Dark Ruler. Dark Ruling for 1 sucks when you can just get over everything. But I'm glad he did because he would have negated something, so that was good. So, negated that, took his field, he went, he tried to equip with Durandal on Neospatian Connector or something, but we got rid of that with Dragoon, and then he attacked my Verte for 3, and then he ended his turn, and that was it. So we did a clean 2-0 for the first game. So that was good. So we're going to see what happens in game 3. Let's go. I mean, match 2. Let's go. Also, I was at the last table 46. So there are 92 people in the tournament, and the last table is like 60. So they have room for 120 people. But yeah, not that many people showed up. But 96 people is a lot. I mean, look, the room is pretty packed. So I had good fun. Also, I picked up some cards. Let me show you. Okay, so I picked up Numeron Calling. There's like $4, 50 cents. Stardust Assault Mode. I needed that. This is for my Egyptian God deck. Numeron Calling. I picked up 3. I didn't know I picked up 3 Numeron Calling. I knew only 1 for my deck, but whatever. We got the alternate Slifer. We got another Mound. We got this is for Megaliths. Obelisk. So we can have 3 of the same art style. Oh, and that's it. So I feel pretty good. There was a vendor just, you know, selling cards for like 50 cents a piece. So I feel good. All right. And we're going to see what happens. Lost game 2, or match 2. Went to 3rd round, but game 1, 2, and 3, I did not open anything. No, game 1 I opened really nicely. Game 2, I had 1 Drytron and that's it. There was nothing else, bunch of hand traps. Game 3, basically the same thing. I ended on Dragoon and he accessed Kotaker over me, so that sucked. I should have stopped his Cherubini from coming out. I should have stopped his fucking Unicorn. Oh my gosh, I just realized that he summoned Nightmare Unicorn and I didn't negate it, which I should have, because then that would have made everything better. So, that was bad. If I did that, everything would have been better, but you know, you live and you learn. I forget access Kotaker is a thing sometimes. Also, game 3, I forgot to cite. I somehow took out my ultimate next, which means my main deck was like 1 card less. So that sucks. But we're 1-1. Hopefully, we're able to get some good tiebreakers with the guy we just lost to and make it all the way. I think we have to go at least X3 to make it, but we're not going to go that far. We're going to try to stay with the X1, and we'll see what happens. So, yeah, catch up. Also, I went from table 46 all the way to table 17. So yeah, but I guess we're going to be in like the 30s or 20s now. We'll see. All right, guys, what's up? Dragoon carrying me through more games. Game 1, my opponent Effect Veilered me, Impermed me, and I think Skullmeister. So that sucked. Also, my first ever pack of Dragon Shield. Doing that because one of my cards has a nick on it, and I don't have any of the extra sleeves. And they deck check, so I really don't want to be deck checked. On a side deck card. Wow, these things are really hard to open. There we go. I got Night Blue. Ooh. These will look so nice with ritual cards. Ooh, look at that. Very nice. It's kind of purplish, but whatever. So yeah. Game 1, he did all that. He stopped my Diviner. He stopped my Fafnir. He stopped so much. So much got stopped. But we still ended up playing Dragoon. So that was great. So yeah, that was nice. It sucked for him. Then game 2, he made me go first. A lot of people are opting to go second nowadays. I guess because they are like, oh, my opponent's got to decide to go first, or my opponent's got to decide to go second, so let's mess with them and have them go first. Which is not a bad strategy, I have to say. Not a bad strategy at all. But we won that 2-0. So we're in a, what is it? A 2-1 record. We're gonna really try to keep with that. And yeah, there are 7 rounds. So 4 more rounds to go after this. That is 160 minutes. That is a little over 2 hours. But that's if, everything goes well. We ended that match with 17 minutes to spare. So that was nice. Haven't used Ghost Bell once. Haven't used any of my hand traps except Droll. And Droll's been putting in work, I have to say. But only against Phantom Knights, but then I still end up losing that one. So I don't know how to feel about that. I feel like we need to play more hand traps, but Herald, Orange Light, has put in work. So, we're doing well. 2-1 record. We're gonna keep trying. We're gonna bring home some packs. gonna bring home some boxes. I want to bring home some boxes today, guys. Get into the top 8, and we're just gonna work it. All right. So I'm gonna keep sleeving, and I'll see you at the end of the next round. All right. So I've never been to other case tournaments, and I think most of them either are free entry or you get packs. But this one, with every entry, or when you enter the tournament, you get a ticket for 2 slices of pizza and a soda. So, it's not bad, I guess, but I feel like I'm at some kind of resort or festival, carnival, something that charges outrageous prices for pizza. It's like $10 a slice. It's ridiculous. But, what you gonna do, right? I was able to get the pizza when it's hot. Drink's not cold. Sponsor. David wants to sponsor me. Go ahead. Well, yeah. I would like packs, but I guess pizza's good for everybody. So, yeah. Maybe another 20 minutes until round 4 starts. So just have to wait for that, and we'll see you after the round. All right, guys. So it's kind of noisy right now. I did lose round 4. It sucks so much. I'm not sure if I don't think there's a playoff for top 8. And I'm pretty sure all the records are going to be like X01. I don't think I'm going to make it with my record, which sucks. I played against Shadal, Dogmatica, Invoke. Lost the time, but I summoned Chaos Max, and he winded me. What? No, he had Schism. I summoned Chaos Max. He activated Schism, summoned Wind, I summoned Chaos Max, which is great. I couldn't do anything else with that. I had nothing else in my hand. So I was able to poke, but then he had Super Poly later, and I lost the time. So, it sucks. Yeah. I won game 1, lost game 2, lost game 3. I tried. Well, we're going to see what happens with the rest of the tournament, guys. Oh, also, I'm at table 17. Again. I was at table 17, table 16, table 17. Weird. Probably going to be in like the 30s or something. So, I'm pointing from a lot of loss, guys. Round 5. Lost in a mirror match. Drytrons. He just had everything when I had nothing. I drew the Dark Magician, he drew the Red Ice Fusion. I drew Eva, he had Herald of Orange Light with a fairy in hand. Just game 1 and game 3, he had 2 orange lights in his hand. Fishy. It's weird. No matter how I cut, he always had good hands. Maybe he had it up his sleeve, he was wearing long sleeves, I don't know. But, no, I'm kidding. That sucks. Game 1 I won. It's always game 1 I win. Game 1 I win. Game 2 and 3 is a struggle. I don't know why. Just I don't see the cards I side. It's weird. Maybe it's because I switched sleeves after I went X1 and I lost the next 2 with the sleeves. It sucks. I don't know. We'll be back with more disappointment. I don't remember if I made a video, but our opponent didn't show up. Round 6 got the game win. We're at table 27. You have to be at least in the top 8 tables. Top 4? You have to be at least table 4 to get anything. So I think top 16 might get something, but you have to be at table 8. And I went from 46 to 17, 16, 17, 27, 23, and then 27. No, I did make a video about losing to the mirror match with songs. What's funny is that 2 of my opponents are playing against each other, which is kind of cool. I guess that might help my tiebreakers. I have no idea. But I think 4 of my opponents actually were facing each other. It's kind of neat. Interesting to see. But yeah, I think it was because I'm not doing, my hands were bad because I decided to up the deck count from 42 to 44, and I didn't do any testing. So that's probably why I'm getting some really janky hands, or my opponent's really good at shuffling. But I guess with Drytrons, the lower your deck, the better it is because you don't have that many ways of drawing. So, yeah. Well, we're gonna go into the next round, see what happens. All right. So it's not looking good. My opponent still hasn't. Is not going to show again. So that's another game win. We're still X3.
Well, I guess it's different.
Table
this
25.
technically isn't a.
So
This technically isn't a sanctioned event, so I guess technically.
I guess we'll get into the top 30, maybe. I don't know. A bunch of people got to drop. It was a fun day. Should have been practicing more. That's my fault. Shouldn't have switched up the deck.
Sure.
But it was a fun tournament. Got some pizza, got some Gatorade. Don't drink Gatorade often, so not bad. Updated deck profile will be coming up at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that, all right? Okay, update time. So I didn't play my match because my opponent didn't show up, so I got the game win. But I did play a guy named Vincent who was playing Drytrons or Dry Brigade. I don't know which one he was playing in the tournament. And we played. I didn't use my Drytron deck. I used my fun deck, Numeron Egyptian Gods. And what's so funny, I wish I had this recorded, but we were playing. I tributed this monster to summon Slifer, but then he got rid of my Slifer, and I had nothing else to do. Then I drew True Name, and then I played True Name, and I had no idea what was going on with the deck. I used Pod Desires earlier, and I banished a bunch of spells. Only 10 spells. So I knew it had to be a monster, at least. I called Slifer first, but then someone's like, you have to call the full name. So I'm like, you know what, forget that. I'm gonna call Obelisk the Tormentor. Top deck, Obelisk the fucking Tormentor, guys. It was great. So that let me summon another Obelisk from my deck. He only had like 1100, beat over, game. It was great. It was amazing. So that was fun, but then he proceeded to wash me in the next 2 games because I could not draw anything. That's the problem with the deck. You win some, and then you lose a lot. But it was great. That deck list will be coming soon. This Drytron deck will be coming at the end of the video. Don't forget about that. Watch this, guys. Thanks for watching, and as always, I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Alright. Oh. So, I got 30th place. Out of 96 people, so wasn't the worst. I feel good, I guess. Not getting anything, which sucks. But yeah, the tournament was fun. Met some cool people, played some cool games. Hopefully we'll see them at the next case tournament. I don't know. There's a lot of practice we have to do. Alright? The deck list coming soon. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you guys for watching. And deck list. What's up, guys? Momo Jerry's here, and I'm here with my deck profile for the case tournament. It was a lot of fun. There are a lot of things that I would like to change with the deck, and probably has to do with me playtesting more and not switching out what I playtested at the last second just because I could. And the tournament was fun. I went X3. My losses were to a Shaddoll Invoke Dogmatica deck, a Drytron Mirror match, and Phantom Knight something. What was it? Phantom Knight. Oh no, it was just Phantom Knight, because I beat a Phantom Knight Noble Knight deck in the first round, then went against Phantom Knight second round. So it was weird, and I beat this guy in a previous tournament, but then I lost him this tournament, so that kind of sucked. But yeah, there are some major things I would change to the deck, and if you see, my sleeves has changed. I actually finally have gone over to the Dragon Shield realm, and it said this was like midnight blue or something, but it looks really purple. I don't know. But let's get into the deck profile, shall we? So for the rituals, we're playing one of the Drytron ritual, one Herald of Ultimateness, and the Cyber Angels, Ben 10, Natasha, and Ida 10. I could say I had used Natasha 0 times. I really never see a point to it because I'm always winning. So what happened is that in matches straight, I won game 1. Always. Like, my opponent tried to get over what I made, but it was just easy, always game 1. Game 2, my 2 opponents tripped me up by telling me to go first, which I was not expecting. So people are out there making you go second, or making themselves go second. It's weird. But yes. Rituals, then of course the Drytron monsters. I think I'm going to up the number of Drytron monsters actually. So we're playing 3 alpha, of course, 3 zetas, 2 gamma, and 1 delta. I'm probably going to up to 3 gammas because having more names just means that you have more chances of drawing them in your first hand, which is something my deck really lacked. But that's also because I played 44 cards. So if you're playing Drytrons, try to play less than 44 cards. For the fairies, we're playing 3 Diviner of the Herald, 3 Herald of Orange Light, and 2 Evas. This is a really good combination, and also my my 5th round opponent, who is also playing Drytrons, opened up double of these 3 games in a row. So I'm a little sus, but you know what you're gonna do. So there's that. Hand traps, we're playing 3 Droll and Lockbirds, really helpful card, and 2 Ghost Bell. Never used her once. She was only like discard fodder for Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. So Droll and Lockbird, I'm definitely gonna keep. Ghost Bell, maybe want to switch out for Effect Veiler. I think so. Or just take out. I think just keeping Droll and Lockbird would be good, but Ghost Bell did not help me one bit. I did get Skullmeister, so Skullmeister did, take me out. And we're playing the Dragoon package of 1 Red Eyes Dark Magician and 1 Red Eyes Fusion. Pretty standard. Might take these out because I drew Dark Magician way too many times, and I don't think I drew Red Eyes as much, but getting these in my opening hand really does suck. What's funny is that in the mirror match, I drew Dark Magician, my opponent had Red Eyes Fusion. So we know what favored who that game. Then for the spells, we're playing 3 Dryton Nova and 3 Cyber Emergency. You're never going to play anything less than 3 of each of these. I'm also playing 2 of the Ritual spell for Drytrons because having 1 is nice, but having 2 is just, you have more options. And you get chance to draw it more so you can use alpha instead of zeta. It's really nice. 2 Preparation of Rites because we really want to get through the deck. Then we're playing 1 Called by the Grave and 1 Foolish Bear. Pretty standard stuff. But then I saw someone playing Instant Fusion and I'm like, you know what, that sounds pretty good. Didn't draw it once. 5 matches, not once. And also last minute alteration, I put Harpy's Feather Duster in the main deck and it never came up, even though I did see someone playing Burn and they got to like table 12. So they did pretty good. So that's the main deck, guys. No traps whatsoever in the main deck. Probably might want to like main Imperial Order or something, because that's a card that can help. A card that did help me with the Dogmatica Dogmatica matchup was Chaos Max. Was able to get rid of a bunch of his monsters, but then he did have Super Poly. Does Super Poly target? Hold on. Well, it doesn't matter because you can Super Poly Red Eyes Dark Dragoon, and I'm pretty sure Dragoon says it can't be targeted either. Hold on. Can I be sure by card effect? New play can target this card with card effect. So I think you can still use this as fusion material. But it did help me a lot. And I did lose the time twice, which sucked. I lost the time once because of Solemn Judgment. I Solemn Judgment the guys in Alistair, which felt great, because then he was really struggling to make plays. But then after that, everything just sucked. Playing 2 Nibiru, didn't use it once. The only time I had it, my opponent was playing the Infernal Knights. Yeah, Infernal Knights. And he summoned Gearfried as his 5th summon. And he also saw what was in my hand. So that sucked. 2 Dark Ruler No More came in handy. 2 Cosmic Cyclone and 2 Twin Twisters. These were nice. Didn't ever side them in or see them, which sucked. Then I'm playing 1 Red Reboot, 2 Solemn Judgments, 2 Solemn Strikes, and 1 Imperial Order. Solemn Judgment did work, but I cited in these cards so many times, and so many times only saw Solemn Judgment once. That was it. So, I don't know. But it also could be, you know, that I'm running a 44 card deck with no draw power whatsoever. So, that's the thing. Then I'm playing 1 Link Karibo, 1 Verte Anaconda, 1 Nightmare Unicorn, and Apollosa both the Goddess, you know, just in case I don't feel like going to my regular combos. And I like this because I'm playing for every single kind of extra deck monster. So those are the links. We're playing 2 Herald of Arclight, you don't need 3, and 1 F.A. Dawn Dragster. This works against Dogmatica, which is nice when they want to use Maximus and send your cards. And it's nice. You never need 3 because if you're going 3, that's a really weird grind game. Then Fusions, we're playing 1 Millenniumized Restrict, 1 Elder Entity Natis, and 1 Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. Oh, also I'm playing F.A. Dawn Dragster because it's really easy to summon, and you can stop spells. So, not bad. Might take this out because I really actually hate summoning him as a crutch. Like, if my hand isn't good, you just summon Dragoon and you kind of just go on with your day. And that's kind of not what Drytrons should be used for. So, I think I want to take it in a different direction. But this direction is pretty cool. Especially when you have 2 Fafnir Mu Betas and the Utopic package. Utopic Draco Future and Utopic Future are really nice. I mean, if you summon this, you can take control of an opponent's monster. And if you summon this, they activate something, you take it anyway. And this is only to the end phase, until the end of the battle phase. So you can't keep it forever. You can't do anything with it, which kind of sucks. Then also we're playing 1 Beatrice. So the most represented monster in this extra deck is Exceeds, which is weird. Yeah. So yeah, guys, that is the deck. I had a lot of fun playing in the tournament. Case tournaments are always great. You really get to see a lot of cool different people. Also, I played, if you're watching this video, I think your name's Vincent? I'm not sure. There will be a deck profile of my Numeron Egyptian God deck coming soon. And if you want to see that, don't forget to show your support for the channel by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, of course, to see more of these amazing deck profiles. And tell me if you want to see the deck. Just put hashtag Numeron Gods in the comments section if you want to see that. And if we get like, I don't know, 5 people commenting down below, I will post a deck list in the coming days. And I just want to really gauge interest because this is a really, really fun deck. And I have to say, Pot of Desires into 10 spells and then drawing True Name was amazing because then I called Obelisk with no setup at all. My opponent knows exactly what happened. I had no cards to do anything with. I was just like, True Name could be Slifer, no. Then I was like, Obelisk the Tormentor. Ripped this off, slammed it down. It was goddamn Obelisk the Tormentor. It was great. This guy saved my ass. Won the duel, lost the match, but it was a great, fun game. If you're there, I look forward to playing again. Maybe I'll play this in the next tournament. I don't know. But all I know is that I need to get this deck down to 40 cards because that's where the deck really works to get all the combos and everything. But yes, tell me how you guys feel about the deck. Should I keep Dragoon? Should I take out Dragoon? What should I do about that? How do you feel about the Drytron deck? Do you think it's still going to be a top contender? Do you think it's going to be hit on the next ban list? Or are they just going to take out Drytrons completely and make Drytrons go in a whole different direction? I have no idea. But guys, tell me how you feel down below. And as always, I'll catch you guys later. Peace!